India has many national parks and wildlife reserves. One of these is Panna Tiger Reserve, situated in Madhya Pradesh. Tigers, of course, are the main attraction of Panna Tiger Reserve. But many other animals such as crocodiles, leopards, sloth bear, and black buck are found here. It is also home to over 200 species of birds. However, like most tiger reserves in India, Panna too has its share of man-animal conflict. Pardi are a nomadic tribe who are traditional hunters. It is believed that they are behind many poaching incidents in and around the tiger reserve. Wildlife enthusiasts have been trying to come up with different approaches to make the local tribals realize the importance of protecting wildlife. Inder Bhan Singh Bundela has been working with WWF India for the Pardi kids around Panna since August 2008. Let us look at how this work is impacting the community.
My name is Damina. My father's name is Daryami. I have been studying in the school in Kunjwan for past 2 years. Before I started schooling, I used to stay at home, though I never liked that. My father and mother used to roam around a lot to provide us food. Even then, we had to go hungry many a time. Sometimes, we even had to stay back in jungles. But that has changed now. I like it here in school. We play a lot of games and also study. I'm learning many new things. I now ask my parents not to hunt. They used to hunt wildlife like tigers, birds, and wild boars. Now my friends and I are educating them about the importance of not hunting wild animals. They now sell kesar.
My name is Chiranga. My father used to shoot wild boar earlier. Members of my family used to hunt tigers and partridges. But now they no longer hunt. My mother now sells manihari like bindis, kumkum and traditional medicines, while my father sells rudraksh beads.
Isn't it remarkable? Children are learning the importance of conservation, and they are trying to influence their parents as well. By making children environmentally conscious and encouraging them to take action for conserving it, we can influence the entire community. But this approach is not just for schools for children living in or near forests. Even children in urban schools are working towards environmental conservation. For example, children in a school in Mussoorie have been involved in the waste management program for several years. This has made the school a zero garbage zone. All students segregate their own classroom waste. Children studying in class 4 to 10 collect waste from 5 homes on a weekly basis. They bring this to the school and personally segregate it. This is education in its real sense. Children are not just working towards conserving environment, they are spreading this message amongst their families and communities. They are able to translate environmental awareness into action through these campaigns. In this module, we are looking at how we teachers can support and guide children as they get involved in various campaigns for environment conservation. Meet Suhani. She is a teacher for class 4. Let's peep into her class and see what is happening.
Children, I have yesterday's newspaper. It says that the water level in the lake outside our town has fallen down and that we will be getting only 15 minutes of water supply every day. So do you think we should be worried about it?
Not really. My father said that we will get a tanker to fill up the tank in our home.
But where do you think that the tanker will get water from?
From the lake. But the water level in the lake is already low.
And what will happen if we continue to use this water without a care?
Soon the lake will dry up and we will have no water at all. But how can we live without water?
I read somewhere that human beings can survive without food for 2 weeks or more.
But we can survive at most for a week without water.
We need water for taking bath, washing our hands, brushing our teeth. We will fall ill if we don't do that. And for cooking, without water, we would not be able to make rice or dal or even roti.
We all agree that water is a precious resource. So, what can we do in this moment of crisis when the level of water in the lake is so low?
We can save water.
We should make sure that no one wastes it.
You must have noticed that Suhani introduced a topic that was closely related to the local community. They themselves identified the problem. This ensured that children could connect with the topic and participate in a meaningful way.
Can we do something to save water?
Yes, we can tell people to save water.
So, who will save water?
We will make sure that our families save water. And then we can talk to at least 2 neighbors and request them to save water.
So here Suhani along with her students are deciding what would be the outcome of this campaign. This is important to ensure that children remain focused on the goal throughout. They can also measure their achievements against the goals they decide on.
Okay, so how do we go about saving water?
First, we need to find out how much water people use. Then we can suggest ways of cutting that amount down.
Well, I can get you information about how much water is used in common activities like cooking, washing clothes, and taking a bath.
I guess I can keep a record of how much water I use in a day. Then by multiplying this with the number of members in my family, I can find out how much water we use altogether.
Ma'am, then we can come up with ways in which we can cut down the water consumption. Yes, and we can share this with our family and our neighbors. We can go and talk to them.
But how do we make sure that grown-ups listen and then follow our suggestions?
I know, we can write a pledge about saving water, which we will make them sign. Every week, we can show this pledge to them and ask them if they have saved water.
As you can see, Suhani is involving students in planning. When they are actively involved in decision making, they will feel that it is their project, something they want to do and not something they have been asked to do. When the teacher is creating a plan along with the children, she also should help them decide on the timelines and help them distribute responsibility amongst themselves. Suhani has to make sure that all children are equally involved. Once the plan is ready and the children are working on it, Suhani will have to be around to help and guide children and make sure that they remain focused. She will be monitoring all children to ensure that they are working according to the plan. Finally, Suhani along with her students will have to access the campaign. They will examine if they were able to reach the goal and make a real difference. They will also review how well they worked together and how successful the campaign was. You must have realized that by participating in campaigns, children become actively involved in taking action for conserving environment. This brings environmental education out of textbooks and children develop a sense of fulfillment through their meaningful involvement. Many schools have been involved in successful campaigns. School children have been leading the campaign towards celebrating Cracker-Free Diwali in many cities. Many children from Delhi have been participating in radio campaigns to raise environmental awareness as a part of the Ek Prithvi program. These children are involved in real-world campaigns where they are trying to solve real-world problems. This helps them learn about the environment. The section on knowledge and understanding blinks, but they also learn and practice 21st century skills. The section on skills blinks such as collaboration and teamwork, creativity and imagination, critical thinking and problem solving. Participating in campaigns also helps them build dispositions such as persistence, flexibility and commitment. These skills and dispositions will help them achieve academic success as well. Isn't this what real education is all about?